guys, welcome to the channel. We're about to look over Google's first tablet that they ever released back in 2012, the Nexus 7. Originally came with Android 4.1.2, but was upgradable to Android 5.1 Lollipop. As far as specs go, this thing's packing a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor with a 5th companion core, which I'll talk about later. And it comes with an NVIDIA GeForce GPU. As far as the display, it's an IPS LCD with a resolution of 800 by 1200, 1 GB of RAM, and a 4200 mAh battery. It does have a camera on the front, which is a 1.3 megapixel and records in 720p. So first released in 2012, this tablet was named Gadget of the Year and Tablet of the Year in T3 Magazine's 2012 awards, and was also named the best mobile tablet at the 2013 Global Mobile Awards. And a lot of new technology was actually introduced with this tablet when it was released, and it was made in partnership with ASUS and Google. So at the time that this tablet came out, they were very proud to show off the specs, especially NVIDIA's Tegra 3 processor inside of here. It was being marketed as the first mobile quad-core processor, although it technically had 5 cores. The 5th one was mostly reserved for light tasks such as web browsing, playing music, and watching videos. But when extra power was needed, the main cores would start turning on one at a time, depending on what the task was. And all of this happened without any additional code being needed to be put in by the programmers. And this chip was also used on some Windows laptops and could also do that without needing any additional code. As far as for power goes, comparing it to other tablets at the time, Apple's iPad 3 was released about 3 or 4 months earlier before this tablet, and the CPU on this one is actually about 3 or 4 times more powerful, but the GPU on this one is about 3 times weaker than the one in the iPad. Overall, it was a pretty decent tablet, launching for $199 for the 8GB model and $249 for the 16GB. And this tablet would live to see on from Android 4.1 to Android 5.1 Lollipop before being dropped. But let's see how it performs in 2025. And this tablet is actually running Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. Tap a couple times. There we go. And it has actually downloaded an update to install, I think, Android 4.3 KitKat, but I'd like to just leave it on how it is, and we'll see how it performs in today's day and age. Okay guys, so before we get started with the tablet, on the side we have the volume up and down, a power button. On the top we have a microphone right up here. Let's see if you guys can get that in the light. There it is. On the side over here we have another microphone, a speaker, micro USB, and the 3.5 headphone jack. And on this side, these dots are actually meant for a keyboard and case, so you can use a keyboard on here without needing Bluetooth. And there actually are magnets built into the screen of it, so when you put your case on top, it actually stays closed. So we'll go ahead and open up. Angry Birds Go was actually working for me a couple days ago. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not wanting to run, but unfortunately I can't show you guys that one today. But we can go ahead and start with something like Subway Surfers. And the one thing I will say about this game is that there is some initial stutter within the first couple seconds of playing it, but after a while it does go away. So we'll go ahead and press play. So it does play pretty reasonably well, and the screen looks really nice, honestly. The colors are nice, it plays smoothly. I don't really have anything bad to say. So we'll go ahead and go to the next tab. We'll go to Minecraft. And this is an older version from 0.6.1. You can run some newer versions of it, but this is particularly the one that I like to play. And this is a world that I had already started, so we'll take a look. And it does play Minecraft really well, honestly. I will say this does play it very, very well. It's smooth, it doesn't have any lag, and it plays alright. Okay, as far as the next game, we'll go to Fruit Ninja. And we'll show you guys a little bit of that. It'll still keep me on the game that I was running on. And it also plays it very well. I mean, these are pretty light games. They don't really push the tablet too much. So we'll go to the next. And we'll go ahead and talk about some of the other things that are kind of weird about this tablet. So, although it does have a camera on here, the tablet doesn't actually have a camera app built in for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but you do have to download a separate camera app. And we'll show you guys some of the photos I took here. The colors are really washed out. There's a lot of noise. It's not a very good camera. I got some other photos here of my cat. It's just not a very good camera at all. If you were just using it for like video calling, I think it'd be okay. It'll get the job done, but I really wouldn't use it for anything else than that. And the weird thing about this is that whenever you guys go to install apps, a lot of apps won't actually download onto here. You'll click download, but they won't actually start downloading. And even if you do get them to download, they will either not download all the way or you can't even access them. This file manager that I have installed on here, I actually had to install that myself. I forgot what website actually let me download it. It was probably the one out of the 10 or 15 websites that I had tried. But it actually let me download and install. So once you do get it installed, you can hook this up to your PC and start transferring apps into there. I tried transferring apps beforehand without the file manager, putting them in the downloads, but they won't actually show up for some reason. So you really do need to get a file manager if you plan to use this tablet for anything. As far as web browsing goes, it's okay. I would probably say Chrome is the best browser on here. YouTube videos do play, but they're very choppy, they're very laggy. Especially if you're trying to play them in high HD, that doesn't really do too well. We'll try to put some YouTube on here. Go to remind me later. Yeah, we'll have to come back to this, guys, because it's not gonna really load on me. See, as far as the other apps, we do have maps on here, which actually does work. It will show you your location and give you directions with the navigation app. So this can work as a GPS in your car if you wanted it for that. And I would say that that's really about it for as far as usability. The app is just pretty outdated. If you really want to use it for its full potential, I'd recommend updating it to Android 5.1 Lollipop. But because it's not really what I'm trying to use it for, I just use it for mostly gaming. I'd rather just leave it on how it is. As far as using it in today's day and age, I wouldn't really recommend it other than for maybe some web browsing, playing some of these older games, and maybe as a GPS device in your car or for a music player. I would say that's probably the best use case scenario for this. All these Google services are pretty much shut down for it. A lot of them don't work anymore. So that's really where I'd put this tablet in today's day and age. I have seen some people put custom ROMs and put it on Android, even Android 6.0. But I mean, that's up to you what you want to do with yours. You can find these on eBay for $20, $30. And if the battery actually goes bad on these, you can find replacement batteries for about $15. And you can actually install them yourself. You can actually pop this back cover off and take out the battery without too much trouble. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'll try and put YouTube on here in a second. I'll cut to that, but like I said, this is really about it for this used tablet. And thank you guys for watching. And this is how the tablet sounds on full volume. Try and put it in HD. We'll switch the quality from 360. Come on. And it looks like we might be just restricted to 360 on this actually. So unfortunately, that's really about it, guys. But thank you guys for watching.